in the community, I have to have a spectacular message, or I have to have massive groups of people responding or involved in this. But each person, even one or two, if we can impact them for good,
Absolutely.
how powerful, how meaningful, what a difference that is.
Absolutely.
And you are continually cultivating relationships with a number of young people.
Because it's about relationships. I don't feel like programs change people, but I feel like relationships do. And everything that I'm about is about relationships. And it just enhances the experience that you have when interacting with adults, professionals, young people. You have it, you name it. Relationships is what it comes down to. And if we can learn to fellowship with one another, walk alongside one another, stack hands with each other, you have a much more richer experience.
So what would you say is your biggest challenge, or was the biggest challenge in writing the book? You said it came quite easily, but was there some stretching moments?
Yes, kind of how certain things would be perceived. I come from a two-parent household, and there is a misconception about the two-parent household that just because you have both parents, that your life is all of a sudden more better than someone that comes from a single-parent home. And so I kind of shed light on the misconception of a two-parent household. I had two loving parents, but those two together maybe weren't the best fit. And so writing that, reliving some of the things that I talk about that I've seen, but how my mom or dad may respond when they read the book was a thought that I did have. But my truth is my truth, and my truth doesn't change just because someone may get offended. And so I wrestled with it a little bit, but I went ahead with it and put it out. And sure enough, that portion of the book and my story has blessed so many. Because it makes you take a look back at maybe how you're parenting, and maybe you think you're modeling one thing for your kids, but what they actually take away and see from it may be a totally different thing.
Reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, if there's one thing that you could say to young people, we've talked about hopelessness and the need for hopefulness. What are some things that you would say, or one particular message that you would say, you know, stay the course? What is it that you would want to communicate?
I would tell young people to chase purpose, because if you begin to chase purpose, success and money and everything else will chase you.
Chase purpose. Okay. Have a purpose. Find your purpose.
Yep. Discover your purpose.
And that sounds maybe easy to some, and yet it does take time. And you discover what doesn't work, what doesn't fit, what isn't comfortable, what you're not good at.
Right. So chase purpose, because if you figure out the gifts that God has given each and every one of us, whatever you pursue with the gifts He's given you, it'll come easy. It won't feel like work at all. It'll actually seem effortless, and that's when you know you're walking and operating in purpose.
So do you plan your Grand City Sports to continue that?
Absolutely. We are in our 5th year of giving scholarships away to young people, and I'm already looking for 2015 graduates to start identifying, to keep an eye on them throughout their senior year, to reward them. And yes, we look for community support to get involved and stack hands with us as well. We get so many requests from young people because we're on the front lines in the community, but we get far more requests from people than we can assist with. And so if we can get some local businesses, some individuals to match our gift or sponsor a recipient, those things will help us serve more people as well.
Wonderful. What a worthwhile endeavor. Thank you so
Definitely.
much. Thank you for investing in our youth.
Yes.
And we encourage you all to look up Dumb Athlete, How My Biggest Fear Became My Biggest Motivator by author Chris Sain Jr. Thank you, Chris, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We thank you for joining us today on Community Awareness. I'm your host, Donna Kidner-Smith.